the Deputy President William Ruto. The DP is silent. He's mute. He can't be seen. That's unusual of the Deputy President William Ruto. A man who is known to speak his mind. Is it a tactical retreat? Or has the DP surrendered? Because from the time President Uhuru Kenyatta held that parliamentary group meeting at State House, the Deputy President has not even updated his Facebook and Twitter pages until yesterday, when he made a post about the death of the brother to Ford Kenya leader Moses Wetangula and the Westland Member of Parliament, Tim Wanyonyi. Now, let us go to his Twitter page. On his Twitter page, he made a post 2 days ago, but actually, to condole with the family of the Ford Kenya leader, Moses Wetangula, and Tim Wanyonyi, who had lost the brother. And the other post he made was 6 days ago. In that post, the DP made a very interesting post. And that's the same day President Uhuru Kenyatta convened that meeting convened that parliamentary group meeting at State House. This is what he said on that day. Good people, we are in the middle of pandemic, destructive floods, ravaging locust invasions. Many who have lost work, income, livelihood are desperate and hungry. Let us reach out with food and all kinds of supports individually where we are able and collectively as government of Kenya. A day earlier, he had posted about Mother's Day and shared a photo of him and the mother. So if you look at the last 3 posts, only the one he made on the day the president was meeting with the senators is political. But where is the DP? Has he surrendered? Or is it tactical retreat? That's the question which most Kenyans are currently asking. But before we go into those further details, if you're bumping on this video for the first time, I want you to take a second or two and hit the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, you get notified. Now back to the main issue. Where is the DP? Is he re-strategizing? Or has he surrendered? The Deputy President, we know, would have been making a lot of noise today. Especially, even if not attacking the president, he would be attacking president's allies, including Raila Odinga. But now he's silent. Why is he silent? In my view, the DP is silent because of the following reasons. Number one, I think the DP is still in shock. He can't believe what the president has been doing to him of late. He can't believe. He's still absorbing the shock. Basically, the DP is subdued. Because for those who follow politics in this country, for a very long time, President Uhuru Kenyatta appeared as someone who could not take charge of Jubilee Party. And in Jubilee Party, the DP appeared as the guy who was running the show. And let's give credit where it's due. The Deputy President is a hands-on man. He's a guy who makes things work. He was making things work in Jubilee. And strategically, he took control of Jubilee Party and of government. To an extent that majority of his allies believed that his 2022 presidential bid was already secured. But he was committing a big blunder by doing that. In the 48 laws of power, law number 1 is always very clear that you should not outshine your master. So in the last 5 years or 6 or 7 years, the DP has always been doing the opposite. He was the star in Jubilee. So when the president now decided to take charge and started being ruthless with him, he was shocked. And the DP is still absorbing the shock. Number 2, I think also that President Uhuru Kenyatta allowed the DP the leeway in the first term. And in the second term, the president was now taking charge of the government. So the DP has realized that indeed he's just a deputy president. The guy with the power is one man called President Uhuru Kenyatta. And that one, he's learning when it's already late for him. Because if the DP had listened to some advice which people used to give him, he would have accepted and agreed that indeed the president is the only president of the Republic of Kenya. He was the leader of Jubilee Party. Therefore, Jubilee Party belongs to him. He was the president of the Republic of Kenya, sworn in as the president to defend the constitution. And therefore, there was nothing about the power sharing agreement that Ruto came with 50 or delivered more votes to Uhuru Kenyatta than Uhuru Kenyatta. The mere fact and the reality is very simple. That President Uhuru Kenyatta is the president of the Republic of Kenya. And that there can only be one center of power. For a long time, the DP has actually managed to create 2 centers of power. And that's why, even in Jubilee Party, there are people whose allegiance is directly to the DP. And those whose allegiance is directly to the boss. That one is a costly mistake. So I think the DP has just realized now that there can only be one president. So it's giving the president the opportunity to shine. Number 3, something also tells me that this could be a change of strategy by the DP. The DP has realized that these guys have actually subdued him. He has been cornered. He has been isolated successfully. So the best thing he can do is to change strategy. And the only way to change strategy is to sit back and watch things unfold. Because as things stand today in the political scene of this country, you can agree, you can disagree. But the DP is outmaneuvered. Take, for example, the way his allies are betraying him, beginning with President Uhuru Kenyatta. And these are the people he had banked on. Look at the way the DP used to attack every other leader in this country. Today, probably the DP would have responded to Gideon Moi ruthlessly when Gideon Moi entered into coalition agreement with Uhuru Kenyatta. So far, he has not. I am sure even this referendum issue which came up yesterday, the bill which was published, the DP would have responded ruthlessly. So I think the DP has realized that probably in this politics, he needed to change strategy by not responding to every other thing, or just by making sure that he's not the news every single day. Because if you are also a keen student of politics, Robert Greene is advising us in his law number 16 that you should always use absence to increase strength and honor. So if you are everywhere, the DP was everywhere. Every weekend in churches, every weekend headlines in the newspapers, every weekend. So Kenyans were used to the DP. And because absence will create that strength and honor, so I think he has changed strategy to just disappear. Number 4, I also want to believe that the deputy president is currently outmaneuvered. And because he's outmaneuvered, he's now trying to monitor the reaction from central Kenya region. The Deputy President presidential bid is actually pegged on the votes from central Kenya. He had always believed that the central was fully behind him. But after the president now decided to take action, I think it was just fair. And if someone advised him, then that guy did the right thing. It was just fair for him to watch, to sit back, watch, and see how central Kenya is going to react. Because already, I'm told, already, the leadership from that region have gone silent. They are not responding. They are not talking. I'm told also that the vernacular radio stations in that region have actually started anti-William Ruto agenda in those stations. So it's that simple. So for him to understand how the locals are going to react, for him to start attacking Uhuru Kenyatta, for him to start dismissing what Uhuru is doing, then he must monitor what's happening in central Kenya. Because if he wants to do that, then he can make moves which can be unpopular with the people of central Kenya. And politics is all about perception. For the DP to succeed, he must have central Kenya. If today central Kenya will leave the DP, then I'm sorry for him. So he must do everything possible to ensure that all his actions and moves do not interfere with his support in central Kenya. And lastly, I also want to believe that probably the DP listened to one of the advices, which I once gave here, that he needed to change his advisors. His former advisors were very funny people. They misadvised the deputy president. When the president told him to stop early campaigns, these guys advised him to continue. When the president told him to do any other thing, he was told to stop these tweets every single day. The DP was tweeting every single day to an extent that now the country referred to him as a blogger. So I want to believe that the DP, in his own wisdom, has recruited new team of advisors. And these advisors have advised him that the best thing you can do is take low profile. Take low profile. I want to give you a story. I think it was in 2014. Raila Odinga had actually been subdued by the government. So Raila Odinga took a break and he went to Boston for 3 months. So while in Boston, Raila Odinga just went underground completely. And when it was almost about to come, I remember so well, because by that time I was actively involved in ODM activities. Myself, together with other guys, we decided that what we wanted to do was to go and receive Raila Odinga as youths. So we organized ourselves. We prepared ourselves. We printed banners. Then we took to Twitter. Then once we took to Twitter, then we started running hashtags that Baba while you away. So that hashtag received a lot of traction, both locally and internationally. And before we knew, that turned into a very big thing. And the political class actually took that idea from us. And that's when someone like Morocco, was he called Morocco? The Meru guy. Now the media were interviewing people. So the Morocco guy, Morocco, the Meru guy, for those who remember him, was interviewed. Then he spoke about Baba while you're away, do the, and then he ran away with that. And the political class also took that away. So by the time the Raila was coming back into the country, he had acquired a new strength. He had acquired new honor. So when he landed on that day, Raila Odinga became very powerful. From that moment up to the election, Raila Odinga popularity shot and his strength increased. So I think the DP is also trying to do that. Just trying to ensure that he disappears from the public to gain that strength and honor. Because these guys were already dealing with him. And in politics, when your opponent, when you are fighting opponent and he's down, you don't sympathize with him. You're crashing. So these guys had actually planned to crash the DP. And because the DP is not responding now, they can't know how to deal with him. That's my take. I don't know what you think. Let me know what you think. Do you think the Deputy President's silence is strategic retreat, or is it surrender? Has he surrendered? Or do you think he's re-strategizing? I want to hear your opinion on that. And if you're bumping on this video for the first time, I want you to take a minute or two, a second or two, just a second, hit that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, you'll get notified. And the other thing, always remember, every single day, if you get a chance, to just visit www.vuguvugu.com. On that website, we also update politics, the current happenings, so you can always get latest news from that website. Thank you guys. And the request I always make on this platform is just one. Kindly help me increase interactions. How do you do that? Give the video thumbs up if you like it. If you don't like, thumbs down. Then the best one is just to drop your comment. Do you think it's tactical retreat, or do you think it's a surrender? Let me know your thoughts. Today I'll take 2 hours just reading the comments and responding to each and every single comment. At least today I'm going to share my time to interact individually within the comments. Thank you guys, and please may you have a good day.